Yes, good morning, my dear friends. My name is Joshua Tien Youth. Today, let's share something about epilepsy. In Uganda, we call it ensimbu. According to World Health Organization, they say that 2.16% of people in Uganda have epilepsy. Personally, I disagree with these statistics. As a person who has treated and managed people with epilepsy in the community-based organization, because many people have epilepsy and can't show up in hospitals and health centers. Reason, it has a stigma attached to it, a symbol. But people have epilepsy and some of them don't know that I have epilepsy. Personally, I've met a number of people and tried to talk to them and tell them, you know what, friend, you have epilepsy, but he or she uh, uh, refused to accept the truth. Reason, the symptoms he or she knows for a person having epilepsy, that is the falling down and jerking and losing bowel control. Uh, so those are the symptoms he grew up knowing. Yet there are very many symptoms of epilepsy, and these depend on the type of epilepsy somebody has. This common type of epilepsy, that's all of us we know, the tonic clonic. Eh? It falls under the generalized seizures, where somebody cries out, lose consciousness, falls down, and start to have the muscle jacks. But there is a type of epilepsy called absent seizures. Here, the person will not have these symptoms, falling down and jerking. That's why people argue so much. The person under attack will have rapid blinking of the eyes, blinking. Then, then the person can present with minutes or seconds of a person staring in the space. Hmm? You're walking with somebody, once the person stops and stare at this empty space, just for some seconds, few seconds, ta 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 ta. Then uh, the, the the attacker will go and you move on. That person who was staring and blinking of the eyes will not accept, will not that he or she has epilepsy. You continue arguing, you know, epilepsy, I don't have. Yet the person has epilepsy. We have very many types of epilepsy, like for the case of the focal type. Eh? The focal type of epilepsy, where this is where a part of the brain is affected. No, this brain has many parts. We have the frontal lobe, the lobes, the temporal lobe, uh, the parietal, the occipital. So the many lobes. Now, there's a type of epilepsy called temporal lobe epilepsy. In my village, I was going to school when I was still young. Uh, we met a woman being flogged, caned so much. Reason, she was a night dancer. But this lady was putting on a night dress. How can a night dancer move out to do her things in a dress? We didn't think about that at the beginning, but I just realized it recently after studying these things, that this lady was not a night dancer but a person who needed help. This is a type of epilepsy called temporal lobe epilepsy. Actually, there are many night dancers there in our villages. We harass, yet they are sick people who need us to treat them from the epilepsy and other medical issues. Some are mentally ill. Some have some issues. Eh? Now, this simple focal type of epilepsy, a person can have just a muscle twitch. A muscle twitch. Eh? like this. Eh? Somebody can just have a change in smell once for some few minutes. Somebody can just have some small change in taste. Yet it's that one is an attack, epilepsy. The person is under attack. Somebody can just have a shaking of a finger, one finger, for some minutes, then it clears. And that person, if you meet the man or a woman having that issue, it will be hard to convince that person that you guy, you have epilepsy. Yet, could be there are high chances that this gentleman or lady is having the epilepsy. What causes epilepsy? Let me talk about it because it's a killer. Now, the major thing is a person can have some issues with the neural